What is up, everybody? It is Aiden Wrestling here, back with another video. We're all trapped out of houses, sadly, but I decided to give you guys some content. With WrestleMania coming up this Saturday and Sunday, I decided to do a prediction video. Now, last year at WrestleMania, I did a prediction video with Justin and Aiden Bede, and they joined me. But today I have another special guest here because, it's Mania season, gotta have the guest. I have the man himself that worked on the Bad Years song with me, Mahoney.
Thank you, Aiden, for having me. I hope everybody's staying safe out there with this COVID-19 stuff. Just take precaution, wash your hands, stay inside, and just try not make your quarantine very bored. So I'm happy I can be up here on the grind still.
Yeah, and now, in case you guys don't know, that I will be uploading a lot of vlogs that I taped last summer and stuff. AMW bloopers and all that, but just for now, enjoy this Mania predictions video. We're gonna start off from the bottom. We're gonna start off with Otis and Dolph Ziggler. Now, this has been going on since Valentine's Day, when Dolph Ziggler, started hanging around Mandy Rose. Otis got sad. AJ, you want to describe your prediction for this one?
Basically, how the match is, Otis got his heart broke, and basically, Otis versus Dolph came official last Friday on SmackDown, I'm pretty sure, where Otis flipped out and just a bunch of nonsense. I mean, right now, it's really hard to decide who's going to win because it could go either way. They could be extending this out longer, or this could just end here. I know I remember Mandy saying, don't fight over me, which that could mean Dolph wins and Otis doesn't fight anymore. But my prediction is I think Otis wins by some sort of interference by either Mandy or Tucker.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree that something like that could happen. So my prediction is Otis as well, because they've been having this rivalry go on for the past month and a half, and I feel like Otis has to win. There's no anything to say. If Dolph wins, then that completely ruins the storyline for everyone, because Otis has to come back on top, and I hope Mandy makes the right decision this time and goes with Otis instead of Dolph. So yeah, so first match, me and AJ are both going with Otis and Tucker. Next up, we have a match I don't even want to see. It's a rematch from Hell in a Cell, this time with the Kabuki Warriors defending against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. AJ, what's your prediction for this boring women's tag team title match?
Well, basically, they did have a match at Hell in a Cell, and that's where the Kabuki Warriors won the titles. Could we see Alexa and Nikki win the titles and see somehow Kyrie and Asuka or one of them go on for a feud against the winner of Shayna and Becky? That's a possibility, but my prediction is Kabuki Warriors retained by pinfall.
Good prediction. So my prediction is going to be the Kabuki Warriors via countout, because I feel like they're going to chicken out, and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross have the match about to be won, but then they roll out and let the 10 count. So Kabuki Warriors retain via countout and retain the women's tag team titles. Next up, we have Elias versus King Corbin, which all started SmackDown when Rob Gronkowski, made his SmackDown debut. That was 2 weeks ago. And then this past week, we saw Elias fall from the top of if you want to call it, the balcony of the Performance Center. So this rivalry has gotten a little bit personal now. So my prediction for this match is King Corbin to win over Elias. AJ, what's your prediction for this one?
My prediction is I think actually Elias is going to win this, because King Corbin it's not really, we'll have to see this week if they have this match on a segment this week and see who gets the upper hand. I think it might be King Corbin, but then Elias either gets a roll-up victory or King Corbin, or a DQ victory possibly, because Corbin might get really mad and might use his little pipe thing and hit him with it. We really you can't really predict these matches, because these are kind of matches that are thrown on at the last second because they panic. No build up for this one. Like, if you had to build up, like, Corbin and Angle, then you could kind of predict it. But right now, you really couldn't predict Elias and King Corbin.
Yeah, I definitely gotta agree with that. So, AJ, I believe, is going with Elias, and I'm going with King Corbin. So next up, we have a matchup that I'm kind of interested in, to be honest. It was supposed to be Andrade and Angel Garza versus the Street Profits, if you guys did not know, but Andrade suffered, I believe, something with his leg. He had a leg injury, so it's now Austin Theory and Angel Garza versus the Street Profits, with Selena Vega at ringside. AJ, what's your prediction for what I can guarantee is going to be a really good tag team title match?
Dang. We knew this rumor was going around that Andrade was injured and Austin Theory was going to replace him. But how, you react when he shows up? He comes from Evolve to NXT, the Raw, in, little over 2 months. I mean, this man's a terrific athlete, former Evolve champion, I'm pretty sure. Right now, do we see a title change? Do the Profits lose it this early? They can't be transition champions because who are Theory and Garza gonna face? That's the thing. The Raw tag team division's so thin, and losing AOP really hurt them because of Razor's injury, I'm pretty sure, to his bicep. I'm gonna have to go Street Profits because I don't think WWE takes the titles off of them just yet.
Now, yeah, it was Razor that got injured, but sadly, I'm pretty sure they did plan on having the Street Profits versus AOP, but then they had to change it because, of course, Razor's injury, because that was on the rumored card for Mania, was AOP versus Street Profits. But for this matchup, I'm going to go with Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Now, hear me out. You guys know Vince McMahon, the old man himself. You know how he is. He will put over new talent, new teams. For example, Team Hell No, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins and Murphy. These, just 3 examples of new teams that just formed and won the titles about a month or 3 weeks later. So, it's gonna happen again. Austin Theory and Angel Garza will be walking out, in my prediction, as the new Raw Tag Team Champions. So I'm going with Garza and Theory, and AJ is going with the Street Profits. Now, up next, we do have an Intercontinental Championship match. So, the only reason this match happening is because Drew Gulak defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. So, it will be Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. AJ, what's your prediction for what's a first time ever dream match right here on WrestleMania?
So, I'm going to go a little bit in depth with this. This feud started when Daniel Bryan was just kind of come off the Fiend. Shinsuke is being led by Sammy and Braun Strowman. A bunch of this crap happened. Then Bryan versus Gulak, former Cruiserweight champion Gulak. Look how much I don't know who actually runs SmackDown booking, but kind of pushed him, gave him this opportunity to prove himself. And yet, the loss against, the loss for Shinsuke was a roll-up. It really didn't hurt Shinsuke. So I liked that ending because it really didn't hurt anybody. It kind of boosted both of them because Shinsuke trying to get his revenge. I see a possible rematch this Friday, and I can see Shinsuke winning. And right now, I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan, obviously. Daniel Bryan's to walk out of WrestleMania as your new Intercontinental Champion. You, Aiden?
So I actually have to agree on this statement because Sami Zayn, as the looks of it right now, is a transitional champion. Just one of those champions to walk into Mania and then lose. It's sad because, Sami Zayn deserves a long title reign, at least a year-long title reign, because he hasn't won a title in 5 years, so he does deserve it. But sadly, he's gonna lose it at Mania this Saturday or Sunday, whatever day they're gonna have it on. sadly to Daniel Bryan. I don't want to see it. I mean, I love Daniel Bryan. I love both men, but like Zayn deserves the win. But I'm going to have to go with Daniel Bryan to win the Intercontinental Championship. So both me and AJ are going to go with Daniel Bryan. And AJ does have something to say before we move on.
Basically, how Aiden was saying, he hasn't won a title since the NXT Championship. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Like, right now, I'm going to agree with Aiden. Sammy deserves a long title reign. This isn't the time for his title reign. Here on SmackDown, he's in this little kind of faction with Cesaro and Shinsuke. And yes, I like this role for him. I like how he has the Intercontinental Championship. But I like him being like the authority figure for Cesaro and Shinsuke. Because they need, like, Cesaro. This could be Cesaro's time. Like, could we see a Cesaro but Goldberg in the future if Goldberg walks out champion? I mean, I would like to see that. I'd like to see Cesaro get a title shot with Sammy in his corner. It's kind of like Brock and Paul. Like, Sammy can turn into that guy who talks on the mic for Cesaro. Yeah, Cesaro can talk on the mic, but it kind of gives the enthusiastic feeling when Sammy talks because everybody laughs in the stands because they just want him to shut up. I like this match, but I hope Sammy wins, but we all see Daniel winning. It's kind of obvious. Thank you for letting me say that.
Yeah, you are welcome, AJ. We're going to move on to another match I'm actually really looking forward to as much as like the whole entire card. It's, well, sadly, one of the men in the match could not be there due to illness, but it is going to be, well, it was going to be The Miz and John Morrison versus The New Day versus The Usos in a triple threat ladder match. Now, when we make a prediction for this match, let's also add on and make prediction for who is going to take The Miz's spot. So let's start with AJ. What's your prediction and who's going to take Miz's spot?
First, I see on the screen here, would Xavier Woods be at Mania to be in the corner? I mean, it's a possibility because he's on the preview. There has to be a reason why he's on the preview. Like, what's he gonna have? This is leading me to a New Day win, possibly. But like my prediction for like the tag partner, if Robert Roode could have came to the tapings, it would have been Robert Roode. But I see they probably are. I think they might have already taped this match before because it's such a big match on the card. I think they did all these matches, like the big ones, they taped them before, so they had everybody. But I know Miz walked into the arena sick, so he might be in the match. Like, do you want me to give my predictions for the match right now, or are we waiting?
Yes, you can do it.
My winner and your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Good prediction. Now, I did hear, well, of course, Mania was taped last Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, like last Wednesday. So, and it was reported that Miz was ill on, I believe it was Thursday. So I'm pretty sure they already filmed the match. And people are just speculating that he got replaced. We'll have to find out this Friday on SmackDown. Of course, we're filming this on Tuesday, so a lot can change in the course of, 5 days. But my prediction for this match, and also new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. So both me and AJ are going with the Usos to win the titles here. Now, next up we have for the SmackDown Women's Championship, we have a Fatal 5-Way elimination match. So it's Bayley, Tamina, Naomi, Sasha, Lacey. AJ, who's your prediction for this one?
My prediction, I think this is very tough because I think we have enough time for me just to run down the match. Basically, Lacey's had a title opportunity, Naomi's had a title opportunity. Why is Tamina in this match for one? Just probably a filler person. But this is how I like SmackDown's build-up. They had this stare down last week. Tamina looked strong. Everybody's thinking, oh, Tamina might win this. Is Tamina a shock pick? No. Tamina will probably be the first one eliminated. And my prediction, this is how it's gonna go. Tamina gets eliminated first, then Lacey Evans, then Naomi, and then in your new SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. Bailey turns her back on her friend in Sasha to win the title.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that, to be honest. I have a prediction as well. So I'm gonna go with Naomi being eliminated first, then Lacey, and then it's Tamina, because they're both gonna try and double team on Tamina. But then Tamina gets eliminated, but then they realize, oh shoot, it's down to us two. We're gonna have to fight. So they're gonna do like a friendly fight, and then Sasha's gonna end up winning. And then at that point, pretty sure Bailey's just gonna turn on Sasha. So my prediction is, here's your winner and new SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. Next up, we have one of the first of many singles matches that actually have storyline. First up, we have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Now, this has been going on ever since the Raw after Survivor Series in 2020 or 19. And you know, it's got a really good ring to it. You know, we had that whole thing with Seth having his stable, Owens teaming with the Viking Raiders and Samoa Joe. Honestly, AJ, go ahead and make your prediction. Do you think Kevin can finally beat Seth Rollins?
Okay, so I like how Aiden kind of said after Survivor Series it happened. Basically, if you watch, like, I know a lot of people are going to watch this, about 50 plus hopefully, right now, in your WrestleMania on Saturday, when you get on the network, be ready for this to be match of the night possibly, because they can put on a good show. I could expect them to maybe put a stipulation on right before something happens, like right before Mania, and they have like a stipulation possibly, but that's really gonna be shocking because they can do this in a singles match. But my prediction, and not everybody's gonna like this, I think they're building more onto this. This is gonna be like, what's the pay-per-view after Mania? I think it's Money in the Bank. This is gonna last till Money in the Bank, so my winner, the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins. What about you, Aiden?
Good prediction, AJ. Now for me, I'm going with Kevin Owens on this one, because you know they've been holding this rivalry up for so long to the point where Kevin has to win. It's like the Otis match. He has to win. Kevin Owens has to win, or this makes the storyline a little bit awkward. Seth could win, and they could continue it to SummerSlam, because I don't know if there's even going to be a pay-per-view after this, because, you know, of this whole virus. I don't even know if they pre-taped the next pay-per-view or not, but my prediction is Kevin Owens. Next up, we have the Raw Women's Championship match between Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. What's your prediction for this one, AJ?
Basically, my prediction, Shayna and Becky, ever since, what was it, like, when did Shayna debut on Raw? Like,
it was the night after Rumble. Raw after Rumble.
The night after Rumble? I know Shayna's gonna win this match. Like, she has to win it. Like, you don't build her up. You don't have her dominate the Elimination Chamber to just go out and lose at Mania. So, my prediction, and your new Raw Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, good prediction. Now, I'm gonna say it a little bit lightly. I saw, like, not spoilers, but kind of like rumors, and I did hear that Ronda Rousey's gonna come out and help Shayna win. You know, it kind of makes sense because Becky, you know, beat Ronda for the title. Ronda wants revenge on Becky. She's gonna cost her the title. Shayna and Ronda are really good friends. I do see Shayna winning the title, but not by herself, but with the help of Ronda Rousey. Next up, we have we still don't even know what it means, but it is a boneyard match between The Undertaker and AJ Styles. AJ, what's your prediction for this one? Because I'm pretty sure that, you know, this could turn into a squash match real quick.
Well, I'm gonna go over, like, the tail of the tape kind of for it. Like, not really tail of the tape, but just, like, how it kind of started. AJ Styles, like, got interrupted by The Undertaker at Super Showdown in a 2 key trophy match. where Mysterio who was it that got attacked? Like, Mysterio got attacked. Mysterio got attacked by the OC. So then the OC got attacked by Taker. Then Taker won that match. Then he interrupted his Elimination Chamber match. Like the match he had at Elimination Chamber, I forget who he had it against. Not gonna lie.
Aleister Black, no DQ match.
Yeah, Aleister Black and no DQ. So basically, the Boneyard match I've heard rumors of that's gonna take place in a cemetery, and that's gonna kind of like be a buried alive match. But my prediction, and this kind of has to happen. I mean, AJ Styles has to win because he's the younger one, and Taker's will be putting Styles over, and now he gives Styles something to brag about still. So what are your thoughts, Aiden?
So for me, I'm going with AJ Styles to win just because Taker has been getting the advantage this whole time in this feud, and it only makes sense for The Undertaker to lose and put over AJ Styles because, you know, what's the point of having Taker win the trophy and also attack AJ at Chamber to not to have AJ win? So my prediction, and also AJ's prediction, is going with AJ Styles to win this Boneyard match. Up next, we have for the NXT Women's Championship, the first time an NXT title will be defended at WrestleMania. It will be Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, first time ever. AJ, what's your opinion on this match? Who's your prediction? Tell us all.
Well, we saw this Royal Rumble match, okay? Shayna was the last one to be eliminated. I didn't like this at all. I mean, I didn't like any of the Rumble because why Charlotte? There's something going on here. Like, they had a plan going on ever since Rhea won the title, probably. That Charlotte's going to beat her at Mania and then bring the title either up or she's going down to help this women's division. Basically, in my opinion, I want Rhea to win. But, like, I have to go with what's probably going to happen. And that's your winner and new NXT Women's Champion, the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Aiden, your prediction?
So after doing not like research, but after doing some mind thinking, my prediction for this match is, and still NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. You know, Rhea just won the title in December. I'm pretty sure she's gonna have a long reign. Just knowing Triple H, knowing the boy Hunter, he don't want Charlotte as Women's Champion. Pretty sure it's probably Vince's idea to have Charlotte go down to NXT. But in my opinion, I think Rhea's gonna win. We can't have every title match, have a new champion. So I think Rhea's gonna be the one to retain here at WrestleMania, and Charlotte is gonna lose and just go back to crying. So next up, we have a matchup that apparently wasn't gonna happen because Lashley was stuck in Africa, but apparently it is still happening because they haven't said anything. So it's going to be Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. Kind of like one of those filler matches. There's no story for this match. They're calling it first time ever, but I don't think anyone's going to care anyway to watch this. So, AJ, what's your prediction for this matchup?
3 words, Aleister Black. Done deal.
You heard him, done deal. My done deal as well is Aleister Black. And when I saw Lana on that graphic, I legit got confused. I literally forgot about this whole Lashley and Lana thing where they're together and stuff. Like, they haven't been showing it on TV. Like, they just stopped. Like, Rusev probably just, left the company. Like, he hasn't been doing anything. But, to be honest, I'm going with Aleister Black. I think he's going to squash him. Probably, at least, a 5-minute match. Next up, we're getting to the juicy matches. We're getting to the ones that actually matter, actually make sense, actually going to steal the show. And when I talk about it, I'm talking about this match that should actually main event one of the both shows. And that is a last man standing match between Edge and Randy Orton. So AJ, what's your prediction for this last man standing match?
Ever since Royal Rumble, back in January, it was the 23rd, we were all hearing rumors before the Rumble. Oh, Edge is going to be in the Rumble. Edge is going to be in the Rumble. Well, our dreams came true. The Rated R Superstar at entry number 21 returned shocked everybody. Everybody going crazy in Minute Maid Park in Houston. Well, then he met his former best friend, the legend killer, the Viper, Randy Orton, and he threw him out of the Rumble. He was one of the final 3 in the Rumble. I was hearing everybody like, he needs to be like number 5 in the Rumble. He needs to go long. He needs to be the Iron Man. That was a perfect spot for Edge. Well, the night after, the Raw after Royal Rumble, Edge shows up. Randy Orton turns his back on his brother, his former best friend, former Rated RKO, and Khan to chair. Like, kind of almost ended Edge's career again. Beth Phoenix, his wife, came out, was going to retire from him again, but RKO the Beth Phoenix. This got very personal. Edge looking like he's a psycho, like he's a serial killer type, like he's gonna kill Randy. Well, this is what you needed for Edge. You need him to get so mad that you needed this stipulation, because he's gonna destroy Randy. Like, this should be a half-hour match probably, because they're just gonna destroy each other, because they both hate each other right now. But my winner, and basically the winner you have to have, is Edge, because you can't have Edge lose. And a lot of people are gonna get mad at you, and nobody's gonna want to watch your company. On to you, Aiden.
Yeah, you know, like, I gotta be honest. Edge has to win, or else the storyline is literally a piece of dust. Unless they continue it and have it go on to SummerSlam, like in a Hell in a Cell or Steel Cage match. So my prediction is Edge to win the match. So next up, we have another singles match, which apparently is a Firefly Funhouse match, which means kind of like a Abigail Tower, if you want to call it, like whatever that match was they had with Orton and Wyatt. It's going to be John Cena versus The Fiend. 6 years in the making, ever since WrestleMania 30. AJ, what's your prediction for this high key match?
Well, I'm also gonna go over how this started. SmackDown, when John Cena came back. January 30th, I'm pretty sure. No, it's like, when was it? I'm not 100% sure, but John Cena came back and said he wasn't doing anything at WrestleMania. Then the lights go out. I remember we were freaking out because this was so crazy, and the Fiend didn't attack him. All he did, point at the WrestleMania sign. So basically, this is how the match became. Then last week, Firefly Funhouse, Bray challenged him to a match for at the Firefly Funhouse. So we basically have to see what happened. You kind of have to have one winner, and that's The Fiend. But I've seen a lot on social media that there's this he leaked something possibly, and if you probably saw that, Aiden, right?
I didn't.
So you didn't see that?
I don't like
basically,
spoilers.
It wasn't like a spoiler. It was on his Twitter page. It was like Huskus the Pig type, but it was a horn, and it had an H on it. So I saw a video on it, but I'm just gonna cut to the point. My winner is on to you.
I didn't even hear what you said. You cut out. Can you say it again?
Sorry, but my winner is The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Alright. So my prediction is also The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. There's nothing else to say. AJ explained the whole thing for me. I didn't even have to say a word. So now we're getting on to the final 2 matches, the 2 World Championship matches. So starting with, for the first time ever, for the Universal Championship, Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. Now a lot of people are saying that Roman is being replaced, but I'm pretty sure they pre-taped the match, to be honest. It was taped last Wednesday. They said Roman wasn't going to be at Mania on Friday. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that they've already taped the match. So, if they did, then my prediction is Roman Reigns to win the title. But if they didn't, then I think that Goldberg is going to retain against whoever he is facing. AJ, what's your prediction for this match? And also, if Roman is not competing, who do you think he'll face and if he'll win or not?
Well, I'm going to kind of spit some facts here, not trying to hate on you, Aiden, but I saw this on ESPN and on Instagram that Roman himself said he's not going to be at Mania, and Triple H said he's not going to. So that kind of leads me to think that he's not going to be at Mania, but they're building to this match down the line. If it's a regular singles match, I'll be fine. I would be fine with that. But if it had to be someone to replace him, either Matt Riddle or Braun Strowman, but my winner, and still your Universal Champion, Goldberg.
Yeah. So Goldberg is gonna retain, like I just said, if he is gonna be facing someone else. So now we're moving on to what we're calling the main event. I don't think it is gonna be the main event of real life, but we're gonna be calling it Drew McIntyre vs. Brock Lesnar, WWE Championship. 2 words: Drew McIntyre. That's all I gotta say.
Well, me being Mr. Kill the Tape here, that last night we saw on Raw that Brock didn't talk, but Paul was talking crap, saying how Drew's not gonna win, which we always have this, because Brock's always a champion going into WrestleMania, which makes me so mad, because why Brock to be your champion? Just for Drew to take it off of him? Yes, this is a dream match in some people's eyes. This is gonna be a heck of a match, but it's only gonna last 10 minutes, because Brock can't go 15 minutes. He's too old. And what's Vince gonna do without Brock? Once Brock retires, what's Vince gonna do? What is he gonna do? Who's he gonna have, destroy people? Who's gonna be his jobber? Undertaker? No. Who's gonna be his jobber? That just my prediction, and our last prediction here. And your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Drew McIntyre.
Heard it first from AJ. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this prediction video. We talked for 32 minutes, spitting facts, spitting predictions. This is actually longer than our last prediction video. Well, because the card is, there's a lot more matches on this year's card than last year. But make sure you guys stay tuned, because I might be doing a reaction video with AJ to Mania, because we both will most likely be reacting to Mania together. So if you guys want to see a reaction video, I can cut the clip to the ending where someone wins and you can just see us go crazy, no, type thing. So hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm about to end the video off right here. If AJ, you have anything lastly to say, then go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank you, Aiden, for letting me be on. And if we do that, you guys are going to enjoy this, hopefully. Just enjoy us speaking wrestling. We might do this forever if there's ever another pay-per-view. Everybody, this quarantine, coronavirus stuff, I know you're probably not going to get, money on this video, possibly, but because I said coronavirus. But everybody just stay safe, please. This is a tough time, because some people are dying from this. In my state right now, we have 2,000 cases. In my county, we have 13 cases. I know, Aiden, how many people in your town have it? This needs to stop, and hopefully we find a cure for it. But just everybody stay safe, wash your hands. That's all I have to say. Just thank you for having me on.